What's going on, guys? My name is Camilo. Welcome to my channel, Camilo Reviews. For all you new subscribers, by chance you popped in off the feed, I'm an average guy who's decided to press record and document my Amazon FBA wholesale automation journey. So if you go back to the very beginning of my videos, I press record and I document my thoughts, my feelings, how I see it, if is it a scam, isn't it? And take you on the emotional roller coaster through all the ups and downs to the point of where I'm at now at basically month 5. Minus 30 days for COVID, I say month 4. But my store is doing good, it's starting to take off, it's starting to put up the numbers. And that's what the purpose of this update is for. So thank you, welcome, and let's get straight into it. What's going on, guys? My name is Camilo and welcome to my channel, Camilo Reviews. Follow me as I explore the world of Amazon FBA automation. Let's go check it out. All right, cool. So let's get straight into it. So as of now, I'm just gonna give it to you guys like this. Boom. Let's go year to date. I'm at just under $10,000 for my year to date since the very beginning. My store officially launched 28 February 2020. I just say March 1st. And let me just give it to you. Let me give it to you like this. Boom. Yeah. I don't know if you guys could see that. Let's go like that. Boom. So that's where I'm at, 3 for the day. And what's really cool about it is this. If you see the current balance column on the app, see, did it go over? There it goes. What's cool is this next payout is August 22nd. And my store is starting to yield. Look at that payout. 2,048. 2,048. So that's every 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a good $4,000 passive income per month. Again, I went live February 28th, 2020, just to give you guys a timeline, because I always recap this because people, I think it's important to establish this and give you guys a timeline. It was horrible timing, to be honest with you. February 28th, 2020, my store launched. I like to say about 15 March. Mid-15 is when COVID hit. I gave it a rock solid good 30 days of standstill. No inventory. I don't care what kind of products you were, unless they were essential. You were not getting them through. Everything was at a standstill. So for a good 30 days, everything was on hold until you got your essentials cleared and the process started taking off. So from then, March 1st, until now, August, what is today, the 12th? Yeah, August 12th. I'm about a good 5 months into this process, okay? That's where I'm at. Excuse me. Minus 30 days COVID, I say 4. So March 15th, April 15th, let's just go like this. So May, June, July, August. That's 4 and some change, right? Is basically that's what it comes down to. And it's bad timing because it throws the curveball into it every time. Basically, I say I launched March 1st. I went live. That's when I started. So from March until August is 5 months, but minus a true 30 days for COVID, right? So 4 months, realistically. Now, what's really cool about it is this. The company that I'm with, they recognized, after I think I was partly responsible for this, thank you, it was unfair. There was no way that they were going to be able to put up the numbers per contract, and I had to bring it to limelight because for my 12.5 investment at 50-50 with this company, yes, early on, the numbers were that low. I didn't see myself making my money back because nothing was moving. My store was stunted. And it didn't sit well with me, and I raised I threw the red flag, and I challenged it. You know, good thing it worked out. The company came back and honored that, saw it from a different perspective, and said, hey, we're gonna bring that total that total amount down to about 8K a month is what I'm still shooting for. But we're gonna extend everyone's contract another 12 months. So I'm content with that. Now, the deciding factor is this. I mean, that's a free ride for another 12 if I want. That time is coming up here soon, and I'll cross that bridge when I get there. If I want to adhere to the 12-month extension, if I even want to do that, if I want to take 2 steps back and regroup my Seller Central account and maybe perhaps go with a different company, or maybe do my own thing. So I'm really excited that I bought in through this company, because I thought it was smart that I have the option. And now, you know, being that I'm coming up on that anniversary date, I'm so thankful that I have that option to take 2 steps back, like I just explained, go with another company, do my own thing, or go another year, essentially, which is going to be free. I know there's other companies with wholesale FBA automation that once you sign up, you know, with the big boys, 30, 40, 50,000, you're committed to that company for life. There's no backing out of it. If you do, sure, you can cut ties and it is your Amazon Seller Central account. However, there goes your investment, like upfront capital. So I was content with that, and I'm starting to see the, you know, the fruits of that decision coming up here in the next few months. So I'm sitting in a good position. Let me give you guys my seller's account again one time. Boom, let's go the last 30 days, okay? Because I'm getting calls and texts all day about, you know, especially you, Liam. I got love for you though, bro. His account's about to take off. So basically, this is the last 30, you know what I mean? Look at that. Boom. That's the last 30, where I'm at. Let's see this, where I'm at, about 5,600. About 5,600 the last 30, okay? And they're like, no, Camilo, we don't want the last 30. How are you doing this month? So 22 days into this month. And the app is cool because it gives you that option. There's a down arrow right here, and you do it this month. So far for this month, I'm at what, 2,000? You know, which isn't bad, off to a good start. So the gross sales, I'm at 9,700. It means a lot, right? It means a lot. Come on, dude. It means a lot. But for me, the important number is this freaking current balance payout. You see that payout balance right there? 2 grand. Amazon pays out, there we go, every 14 days. Okay, you get paid out twice a month. So this next payout, expected to be on August 22nd, is going to be, as of right now, at $2,048. You know, today's what, the 12th? What do we have? 10 more days? That number is going to even be more. So I'm looking at the data, and we're going to walk through it right now. What I've done is I prepared some numbers for you guys. I'm going to walk through for all you new people out there that in the beginning, I couldn't find anyone that gave me the numbers. Everything was all hypothetical, testimonies on people's websites, and I'm gonna do you guys right, because I'm gonna give you the numbers of what my store is producing, okay? I'm not making nothing up. I'm not leaving anything out of the pot. I'm giving you the truth, and you guys can decipher it however you want. Of course, I'm gonna put my little twist to it, because if you look at the data, those every 2 weeks, those payouts, they're starting to take off. So if you look at the trajectory, it's looking nice. It's looking good. So for sure, I'm gonna make my investment back, for sure. and some. So I'll walk through the numbers, I'll walk through the debits, the credits, and give you guys a better understanding of what to expect if you were to buy in through one of these companies. But overall, let's see, I'm going to give you guys a few nuggets. What jumps out to me right away is, I remember per contract, the first 3 months were going to be slow. So for all you new clients out there, you just open up your Amazon Seller Central account and I heard this over and over to the point where I got pissed because I thought people were lying to me. You have to wait for the momentum to build for your store, okay? You have to think about it. If you hit the road firing, Amazon's going to say, hey, who is this store that we're cutting a check to every 14 days that 30 days into it, they're at 10K a month. They're gonna start looking into your invoices. They're gonna examine who they're cutting the check to, so on and so forth. It's not a bad thing, because I know a few people that they got locked up and they got challenged and properly vetted early once they launched. Essentially, they got their green light from Amazon, so they're in the clear to start scaling. However, they're stressing it for a couple weeks. You know what I'm talking about. So the thing is, it's a catch-22 with that. In any event, it's so hard to explain this, man, because I see both sides of the coin now. Okay, it's so easy to say, pick the products that sell and buy them in bulk and dump all this money into my store. And obviously the ones that are selling are going to make me most profit. And here we go. What's taking so long? And but a really important factor to that, number one, is the risk side by the company. And I understand that, because they're not going to take your investment and dump thousands and thousands of dollars into it, because there's always a chance that from the previous month, a product that was selling and that was super hot, well, from last month it had no competition till this month. The amount of time it takes for the product to come from China or stateside distributors. Now it has 3 or 4 competitors because everyone's on board with the trend. And you better hope that Amazon isn't competing with you, because then they're going to dominate the space and you better start looking for another product. And more importantly, they just wasted money on that inventory. So there's a few other factors, guys, that come into play here. It's doable. Obviously, my store's making money amongst others, but it's strategic. You gotta understand. You gotta see the big picture, and pay attention to all the moving pieces, right, for each and every client. And I think that's what's most important that these companies pay attention to, is quality on a one-on-one basis. So I would like to see things a little bit different. Like if this was something that, for example, me and my buddies would always talk about this, me and Paul, where I was going back and forth. It's like if this was my company, I would probably do things a little bit different. I'm not gonna sit here and throw salt in the game, but you know what I mean? My customer service would be a little bit better. My communication would be, a couple ticks higher. The way that I would implement the process for ordering and keeping the clients in the loop probably would be a little bit different. So that's my expectation, maybe with I don't know, maybe setting the bar too high with this company. But in any event, the proof's in the pudding and the numbers are starting to roll through. So, without making you guys wait too longer, I got some numbers on the board, and I'm gonna walk you guys through it. So let's get into it. We go like this. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm gonna walk you guys through from start to finish. So up here are the list of expenses that I've incurred right from the very beginning. So right from the start, we have the LLC. I got the platinum package through Incfile. It was $299 plus a $75 California filing fee. That came out to a total of $374. And I got this going back in December of 2019. Okay. The next thing that I immediately paid for, well, not immediately, but linked to this is a state franchise tax fee, right? Congratulations, you have a business because you have an LLC in California, and they hit you with a $800 fee. Okay, all these numbers are accurate. They're taken from my business banking account, and that was in April of 2020, right? 4 months later. So for all you guys thinking about what do I have to pay for, pay attention to these expenses, all your debits and credits, and this is a snapshot of what to expect. Okay, so you got those two. In addition, in order to sell on the Amazon platform, they recommend the all-inclusive, all-you-can-sell Amazon Seller Central Pro seller's account. Okay, if you do a one-by-one, you start nickel and diming it. I think the max is 10. The Amazon Pro seller's account is $39.99 for all-you-can-sell inventory. That's the one you want. If you're on board with any company or you do this yourself or whatever, you're gonna want the Pro. Don't go cheap. You're gonna learn the hard way. And that's $39.99 taken out of your, basically your credit card or your debit card that's linked to your Amazon Seller Central account. They take money out of here monthly, and that same account is how they deposit funds every 14 days. So since I got everything rolling at the end of December when I signed the contract, I initiated everything and got my Amazon Seller Central account going in January 2020. So for that month, they deducted $39.99. Well, hey, guess what? For the first few months, it takes the team time to get the process rolling, getting all your vital information, your passwords, everything set up on the back end for the virtual assistant for inventory to get ordered. Not only you, but all the other clients. So just understand that it's going to take at least a couple weeks to get set up and running. So for the first month, basically no sales. I'm waiting. $39.99 I was charged. February, $39.99. As you can see, these are all the deductions. March, I had just a few sales. So the way this works is $39.99 is charged minus any sales, any money that you make. So obviously from here I made a little bit of money because they only charged me $18.35 instead of $39.99. So that's when we had a little bit of inventory. I think that was the third month into it. We sold some butterfly magnets and some other cool little mugs and glasses or whatever just to get my account going. Okay, so that's March. April, no sales, $39.99. May, okay, a little bit more sales as compared to March. So instead of $39, they only charged me $11.20. So starting to pick up, right? There's some movement within the store. Mind you, I want to add, you guys got to remember that COVID basically hit mid-March. So mid-March to mid-April. So right in here was a for sure dry zone for me. However, I still managed to make a few sales. So as you can see, these were all the debits up until May. Now June, so just after May, in between May and June is when it starts taking off. We made some sales, and the payout specifically on June 30th of 2020, I got paid a plus $242. July 14th, $317. July 28th, $1168, right? So as you can see, it's starting to climb. August, the first pay period in August, I think it was last week, $1,055.31. I just showed you guys my August 22nd payout is now in the $2,000 range. So as I was explaining earlier, if you pay attention to this trajectory here, incrementally, it's starting to increase. So hopefully that 2 turns to a 3, turns to a 5, and keeps growing. That's what I'm hoping for. So common sense tells me, yes, it was slow in the beginning, but now it's starting to pick up, and we're in the positive. But wait, I had all these upfront expenses, so am I really cash flow positive? Let's figure that out. So my Amazon seller's account for all of these months up here, if you do the math, it comes out to $159.96 before I started making money. My LLC was $374. My franchise tax was $800. That's a total of $1,386 $1,033. Okay, that's how much came out of the pocket. However, I made this amount of money here, which comes down to, let me just do it like this, 27.83. I don't want to do you guys dirty, but 57 cents if you add up everything here. Okay, but remember, you guys got to remember, let me get back on this side. You got to remember that I bought in at a 50-50 split. Okay, so everything that I make, 50% of it goes back to the company, excuse me, and I keep 57. So in theory, that 27.83 is really only 13.91. 13.91 and 78. So if you subtract, and that goes into my bank account minus all expenses minus the 50% split. Some people upgraded to a 70-30 split, so they keep 70%, not me. So if you deduct money into my bank account so far minus what it really cost me, boom, I'm at cash flow positive $57.82. Well, wait a minute, Camilo. That does not make any sense. You're only at 57 bucks, and you've been doing this for how long? Sure, that's logical, right? But let me give you some insight as to how I see it at this point. Cash flow positive, 57.82. I went live 28 February, let's just say March 1st, right? Which means for my annual 12-month contract, I have another 6.5 months left. At this rate, I'm making, let's say, $2,000 net as of August 2020. So at a minimum, because I expect that number to continue to rise, but at a minimum, if I'm making $2,000 net and I have 6.5 months left, what is that? That's 12.5. I will have made back my original buy-in, which is $12,500 for 50-50. So worst case scenario, that number stays the same as what it's been doing and I break even. However, I anticipate that to grow, so I'm gonna actually make money, not to mention the company threw in another 12 months for those that want to stay on board. So that's the math for you guys. I'm looking forward to it, and let's bring it back up here because this is better. Do it like this, yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. You know, I can't wait to see what, you know, the next 2 weeks and on bring, you know, for my Amazon Seller Central account. You know, I've had long discussions with a lot of other clients, and you know, and the competitors too. You know, I know what's in the competitors' contracts. I know what type of numbers as far as their buy-ins, and you know, they're starting to will and deal, and the numbers are a lot. Some of these buy-ins are $50,000, and people are dropping that money for this potential. But back to my point, what's super exciting is, I know me, Paul, and Liam, we've talked about this a few times, but can you imagine the potential after a aged account at the 12-month mark and beyond? This, ladies and gentlemen, I'm 5 months into it. This is the very beginning. And how about after you know, year 2? How about after year 3? So this form of passive income, I have to admit, from what I've seen, direct deposited into my checking account, my business bank account, it is not a scam. Now, it works. Now, every company is a little bit different. I've heard war stories about the premier, the big guys, about, yeah, they're producing 150,000 a month, but at a 2% margin, and that's not a lot of money. You know, that's $2 or $3 grand. So there's a lot of different variables. Each company is doing it a little bit different, but the company I'm with is who I can speak for, You know, it was a little bit rocky in the beginning. I did a lot of I sent a lot of emails. I did a lot of complaining. I got into I'll be honest with you guys. I got into a few heated arguments with one of the owners, but it's just because I'm demanding, and I have to understand that with something like this, with automation, I'm paying for this company to do their thing. So I have to entrust that they're going to do it. And it took a long time for me to see that. And I think the proof was in the pudding. Once I started getting direct deposits into my bank account, then it really diminished the all the questions that I had, and they just completely subsided. And I think that was the biggest hurdle for me, because I don't want to get taken to the bank. I didn't want to have to stand up here and say, congratulations, this was a scam. And I know I'm affecting a lot of people. I got like over 100 subscribers, truly organic. Every single one of you, I thank you for following my channel and being loyal. And you guys are as organic as it gets. You know what I mean? You guys are following me on this journey. That's what's cool about it. But getting back to my point, I'm just trying to be as honest with you guys. And if I steer you guys in a wrong direction, then it's me who can't sleep at night. It's me that with long talks with my buddies about doing people dirty, and being a military member, integrity first. Integrity goes a long way. So I've decided just to put the facts out there and continue to do that. And if it's something that you guys want, and I brought value to you, on this particular subject, then great. I've done my job. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just want to give you guys an update. I'm doing pretty good. I'm off to a lot better start. And I think my store's starting to take off. The number one question I get, a lot of people are interested. They have all these questions. They want to sign up, and that's cool. I'm really busy, but I will make time for you guys, to chop it up and give you any insight that I can give back, and be as honest and candid as possible. But for those of you guys that have stores and they're not producing yet, like I told Liam, go back to your original date. Always ask yourself the question, what does the contract state, and when did I officially go live? When you signed that contract, it said, don't really expect anything a whole lot for the first 3 months. So if you're still within that first 3, be cognizant of that, and consider that you're still in the beginning phases. Trust me, have patience. And if you've made money already within that 3, then great. It's just don't really fully expect it. And obviously you can't compare a store that's at month 2 to mine that's at month 5. Because literally the last 30 days, my store's taken off completely different. It wasn't putting up these numbers. Go back and watch my videos. So it happens really quick, really quick. You'll have a good day, and then you'll have another good day, and all of a sudden you realize that that's the new trajectory, that it's taken off. And what's great about it too is timing of the inventory. It's almost like, instead of waiting for the first inventory batch to sell out, around months 4, 5, and 6, the team's already ordered, and they're expecting delivery of batch number 2 and batch number 3 behind it. So as you're selling out of number 1, batch 2 and 3 are en route. So your store remains replenished. In the beginning, it was a little bit slow. They weren't doing that. Now, was it purpose, or was it because of the process in place? I have no idea. But they improved that process, is what I can say. And it's off to a better start. So that's where I'm at. If you guys have any questions, you guys know what to do. Drop them down below. I'll go ahead and try to answer them as quickly and efficiently as possible. If you guys want to set up a phone conversation or a video chat or a WhatsApp call, I'm getting a lot of people from overseas. Keep them coming. I respect that. I appreciate your guys' inquiry. If there's anything that I can do to continue to assist with your decision-making process, then I'm all about that. So I'm here to help. And like I said, it keeps going back to this value thing. There's not enough people, doing this, pressing record. So, I encourage this. I know Paul. I am Paul. For those of you guys that don't know Paul, he's another gentleman that he's recording his Amazon automation process. His store is up and coming, and it's starting to take off as well. So go check him out. His store is ready to take off and do big things. So yeah, I know there's a number of you that you're thinking about it. I've talked to a few people in Florida, and press record. We need more people like you just to document the results and validate, this automation business model. So that's pretty much it. I'll keep it short and sweet. For all my new subscribers, go ahead and hit that bell notification and hit all. That way, every time I drop something like this, a video, it notify you guys via email or however you have it set up, and you guys can stay in the loop. So my contact information is down below. If you guys want to chop it up, you know what to do. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for continuing to follow me, for all my loyal subs. I'm excited too. My store is taking off. It's legit. I'm starting to make some money, and it's fun. So come on in, dive on in. So we'll talk to you guys next time. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.